Dunamis pastor Enenche files counter affidavit in Abuja court against 100 million naira right violation suit filed by brother Alexander Enenche and others. My dear listeners, another interesting news I bring to your listening yesterday. Moving to the full details, kindly please stay tuned and please do ensure you like, subscribe to this channel and share. Samuel Enenche, the younger brother of Paul Enenche, the senior pastor of the Dunamis International Gospel Center in Abuja, has deposed a counter affidavit on behalf of his brother, denying any involvement in the arrest and detention of Alexander Enenche, Peter Enenche, and Abraham Daniel by the Nigerian police force. Abraham Daniel, a former pastor of the Dunamis International Gospel Center, Alexander Enenche and Peter Enenche, had sued Pastor Paul Enenche, the Inspector General of Police and the Nigerian Police Force, as first to third respondents in their separate application for the enforcement of fundamental rights before the Federal High Court in Abuja, alleging the violation of their fundamental right. Abraham Daniel, in suit number FHC ABJCS 60/2025, specifically seeking 100 million naira against Dr. Paul Enenche and the police for their violation of his fundamental right. The plaintiffs seek and order compelling the respondents to pay 100 million naira as compensation for what they described as an unwarranted infringement of their fundamental right. They seek a declaration that the arrest and detention of the applicant by the men, officers and agents of the second and third respondent on the instigation of the first respondent on Tuesday 7th January 2025 to Wednesday 8th January 2025 and 13th to 14th January 2025 over an opinion expressed on the family WhatsApp group constitutes a gross violation of the applicant's fundamental right to liberty guaranteed and protected by Section 35(1) of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999 as amended, and Article 6 of the African Charter on Human and People Rights Ratification and Enforcement Act (CAP) A9, Laws of the Federation of Nigeria, 2004. A declaration that the arrest and detention of the applicant by the men, officers, and agents of the second and third respondent on the instigation of the first respondent on Tuesday 7th January 2025 to Wednesday 8th January 2025 and 13th to 14th January 2025 over an opinion expressed in the family WhatsApp group constitutes a gross violation of the applicant's fundamental right to freedom of expression, including freedom to hold opinions guaranteed and protected by Section 39 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 as amended, and Articles 9 of the African Charter on Human and People's Rights Ratification and Enforcement Act (CAP) A9, Laws of the Federation of Nigeria, 2004. However, in counter affidavit, Paul Enenche, through his brother Samuel Enenche, stated that he did not report the applicants to men, officers of the Nigerian police force, talk less of instigating them against the applicant to arrest, detain or torture them as alleged or at all in this matter. I, Samuel Enenche, do hereby make oath and state as follows, that I am the younger brother of the first respondent, herein by virtue of which position I am conversant with the fact herein deposed to in this matter. I have the consent, permission and instruction of the first respondent to depose to this affidavit, that it is the applicant who, for reasons best known to him, that not only left Dunamis International Gospel Center, which also the Christian faith and declared openly himself to be an atheist, humanist. that the applicant, in pursuit of his atheist humanist ideology, divorced his wife who refused to follow him in their pursuit, decided to join forces with people of like minds, with him to do anything and everything calculated to rubbish the Christian faith. The name and image of the first respondent in particular as his focal object as clearly depicted in Exhibit Enenche 4 and Enenche 5 attached to the affidavit in support of applicant's motion before discard. That it is a matter of public notoriety, especially in the social media circle, that the applicant has always teamed up and worked hand in gloves with all persons that publishes any negative news against the Christian faith. Fathers of the Christian faith, the first respondent or Dunamis International Gospel Center, such as but not limited to Sarah reporters, Omoyemi Showore, Kelechi TV, Alexander Enenche, Reno Mokri, NHL and the likes, and the applicant has been engaged in this act aggressively. That the first respondent did not report the applicants to men officers of the second and third respondent, talk less of instigating them against the applicants to arrest, detain or torture him as alleged or at all in this matter. That Exhibit Enenche 1 attached to Affidavit in support of the applicant motion clearly shows that second and third respondent men officers were simply carrying out their lawful statutory duties of criminal investigation of alleged offences expressly stated on the face of Exhibit Enenche 1. He added that I know as a fact that the Redeemed Christian Church of God, where Pastor Enoch Adeboye serves as the general overseer, actually made a publication which was circulated in the media affirming its support for the relevant lawful authority to be allowed to carry out their duties of professional investigation activities as far as online criminal defamatory statement and allegations against the church, Christian faith fathers, leaders are concerned. A copy of the said publication is yet to attached as Exhibit B. Samuel avowed that he was not a proper party in the case, adding that the applicant is out to annoy, irritate and ridicule him and put him to unnecessary inconveniences of time and cost. My dear listeners, now we've come to the end of our today's news, and let's know what your view is all about. Thank you for listening.